Beginning around the early 1940s, Nazi Germany became increasingly inhospitable and eventually hostile towards its Jewish citizens. This hatred felt towards the Jewish people, stemming from jealousy, extreme poverty, fear, and misplaced blame, soon led to the horrifying and systematic genocide of Jews and other minorities. These atrocities constituted what is known as the Holocaust, which claimed over 11 million lives. Now we wish to honor those who lost their lives by exploring the Holocaust Museum of Houston, its resources and message, and the significance of its powerful architecture. The Holocaust Museum, first opened in 1996, is located in Houston's Museum District and is the fourth largest Holocaust memorial museum in the United States. Its main purpose is to educate people of the hatred and violence that took place and explain how such evil individuals came to power. It also warns about dangers that could happen today if we don't learn from the sins of the past. The museum promotes education and understanding of this genocide to all ages, as it is vital that society does not forget. The museum has programs that work with teachers, encouraging them to educate their students of these frightful events, what led to them, and how to never let it happen again. Given to teachers to aid in this education process are tools such as videos, posters, CDs, artifact kits, maps and other visual aids, classroom sets of books, lesson plans, and student activities. The Holocaust was a mass genocide in which 6 million Jews, young and old, lost their lives at the hands of the Nazi Germany and its allies. Though the Jewish people were the most heavily targeted, they were not the only minority exterminated by the Nazi war machine. Other victims, including gypsies, Poles, communists, homosexuals, Soviet prisoners of war, and mentally and physically disabled people, were also victims. In total, approximately 11 million people were systematically exterminated in Nazi-controlled areas. Counted in this figure was approximately 1 million Jewish children. Between 100,000 and 500,000 people were directly responsible for this. And millions more stood by as it happened, right under their noses. In 1981, a Holocaust survivor named Sigel Isaacson had an important realization. After attending an international gathering of Holocaust survivors, Isaacson noticed his peers were getting older. As these survivors grew closer and closer to death, he reasoned, so did their stories, which he feared would be lost forever. Isaacson hurried to his hometown of Houston, Texas, where he proposed the building of a museum commemorating the victims of this tragedy, a tragedy he knew all too well. He gained support from the influential president of the Houston Jewish Federation. Also contributing to the museum's founding was Martin Fain, a son of 2 Holocaust survivors who would serve as the first chairman. Funding for this ambitious project was generated through the Blue Ribbon fundraising committee called the Circle of Tolerance. The Houston Holocaust Museum officially opened to the public on March 3, 1996. Visitors to the building are amazed by how much heart, history, and memory are put into the entire building, from its display to the architecture of the building itself. It is necessary that we do not forget the events of the Holocaust, and we highly recommend visiting this solemnly enlightening museum.